as always, before we go, Matt, we'll go into our predictions. And looking back on last week, wasn't the best week for you. Again, I got 5 out of 6. And you obviously went the other way for the. I went for Ballystine, you went for there, and you proved right. And that little star indicates that you got the results spot on. You did say a 3-point win. We both had Newcastle. I had cases against Monaleen, Clahan against Ula, Kieran's against Galty Gales, and KP against Ballylanders. I had someone in the comments saying that I never backed Clahan because I originally put up the wrong graphic that I for Ula, but I don't go against any team anymore than I think they should win. It's all for a bit of fun. I will say I always go for Ballystine, but I do always think the boys will pull out of the bag. But you know, as we always say, it's only for a bit of fun, Matt. But yeah,
and Jack, and as we always say, Jack, as we always say, we don't kick nor puck a ball.
No, I'm limited to water duties with my back at the moment. But we'll get into this weekend's games. I'll just give the full fixture, and I know we talked about the games in detail, but you'll just give a reasoning for why you're going with any given team. And we'll start with Galway versus Father Casey's this Thursday in Kilmallock at 6:30.
I'm going for Casey's by 5. I saw both teams at the weekend, and whilst I think that we will have an improved performance from Galway, I think we'll have more of the same from Casey's, and that they will see it through.
Yeah, I backed Casey's last week to win by 5, and it might have been an outlandish statement, but they actually won by 7. I'll go by 4 this week. Look, you've made the case for both so far, and I think Casey's have been really, really impressive this year. Then you have Monaleen versus Ula the following night, Friday in Cappamore at 6:30. Matt, which way would you see this one going?
I'm going for Monaleen to recover and win by 3.
Monaleen plus 3. We're going to agree on that one. I'm going Monaleen by 4 again. You know, it's really a die for Monaleen because they could see if they lose this weekend, there is a possibility that they're out of the competition if Clahan can beat Newcastle West. So they're going to have to win to bring it to the final day. But Ula, similarly, we need to get points on the board, but we're both comfort to decide. And Newcastle West versus Clahan on Saturday at 6:30 in McNeville.
I'm going for Newcastle by 5.
5 is a big margin there, Matt.
I think Newcastle West are hitting into a good vein of form, and I think I saw them playing in the quarterfinal last year. Clahan will be competitive. They will push them, but you know, I think Newcastle West have that extra bit, and you must remember also like that. And I forgot to mention it when I was talking about Newcastle West. In that victory over Galway, they were minus Cian Sheehan, AJ O'Connor, and Dermot Kelly, 3 key players. You know, and you know what Cian Sheehan brings to the table. In our opinion, we agreed he was the best player in the Limerick Football Championship last year. He carried it over into the Limerick side in the league and in the championship, and certainly has started off the championship in a similar vein this year. But he was missing the other night, so that will give you an idea of you know, the type of performance that it was from Newcastle West. But I'm going for Newcastle West by 5.
Yeah,
and I know somebody in Clahan is going to be awarding it and you're getting it all wrong, but look, that's my opinion from this remove.
Yeah, I suppose that worse than Clahan, it's I am going to go against them this week, and it's nothing really to do with Clahan. It's more to do with Newcastle. And you were at the game last year, the quarterfinal, and there was a bit of a gulf, and Clahan have closed that gap. And I'm going to go Newcastle by 3, but it's all to do with Newcastle. Really, they're the best team in the county when they get going, and as you said, they look like they're kind of hitting that peak. Then into Group 2 on Friday, Adair versus Ballylanders in Feen at 6:30. Adair 3-3, Palestine are not from 3. Do you see a way for your own club?
No, I don't. I'm going for Adair by 4.
And that would put huge impetus on Ballylanders last game to try and avoid relegation if that is to be the case. I'm going to go by a bit more. I think Adair by 6. They're just a very good team. I think that's all you can say about it there, and I fancy them to get the job done. Then on Saturday, in what I think could be the game of the round, Galtee Gales versus Lion Palace Kenry in Carrick-on-Laois at 6:30. The both on 2 points. The winner will put 1 foot into the quarter-final and probably eliminate the other team. Which way do you see it going?
I see it going Kildare Palace Kenry for the reasons that I outlined, and I think they'll win it by about 3 points.
KP by 3. Yeah, I think this will be a tight game. I'm going to go against you. I'm going to go with the Gales by 1 point. Don't ask me why. I'm just going to go that way to go against you. But
I think this is the first time you've gone against KP in 2 years, and it's the first time I've gone for them. So it will be very, very interesting.
Yeah. Well, to be fair to KP, they've been on a roll as a club, hurling and football, for about 5-6 years at this stage. So they're the easy choice to go with. But I'm going to go Galtee Gales. If they can play like they played against us in the second round, they're a match for any team. But as you said, Kieran's were comfortable winners the last day, so hard to see why. Ballystine versus St. Kieran's, Sunday, 6:30 in the Bog Garden. You know which way I'm going in this one. I'm going to say the boys by a single point, like it was last year.
I'm going Kieran's by 2.
Kieran's by 2. Have you ever backed for Ballystine?
Oh, God, I've had. But they've left me down every time I've been coming.
Yeah, I know you have been a good supporter. Look, all the form will point to St. Kieran's. History will probably point to Kieran's as well, barring last year's result. But you have to back your own. So,
but tell him in Ballystine, Jack, tell him in Ballystine I won't be kicking a ball for Kieran's.
I'm sure they won't mind. I'm sure if I went against them, they wouldn't mind either. They'd be fully focused on St. Kieran's. Looking through it there, Group 1 were the same. Newcastle Casey's, Monleen. Then in Group 2 were different. We both said it there, but you said KP and Kieran's, and I said Ballystine and Galtee Gales. There's 4 points in it overall predictions table. But look, again, as you say, it's all for a bit of fun. We'll run through just the intermediate championship like we did last week, Matt, and just see where we think it's going to go. Obviously, we'll start with Group 1 and I'm the fixture list here, Bruff versus Crocora Manister, but that game won't happen, Matt, and we might get into that at the end of this. But the Piershig versus St. Pat's, the Piershig are still undefeated. Do you fancy them to get there or keep that record?
Yeah, a bit disappointed with their, they struggled to get over Crocora Manister. I thought that they ended up having to settle for a point, but in their defence, I would say they had the break like everybody else, but they had a longer break because in the second round they had got a walkover from Bruff. So, like any rustiness, they'll probably have got it out of their system, and I'm going for them to beat St. Patrick's.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but I would say with the Piershig as well, and then St. Senans versus Glynn, Saturday in Ballyhale at 6:30.
Yeah, I'm going for Sinans in that one. Sinans lost the first round to the Piershig, and they cannot afford to lose the second time. Now, Glen have only just one win at the minute, and that was over Bruff. Yeah, I'm going for Sinans, Jack.
And then into Group 2, Palace Green versus Father Casey's, Sunday in Feen at 6:30.
Now, Jack, this is all but a dead rubber game. It would appear to me that both of these teams are completely out of the championship because you have Gerald Griffins on 6 points if you have the table there. You have from Bradford, Rathkeil and Mungret St. Paul's all on 4, and your Father Casey's and Palace Green on 0 points each. You know, it's only of academic importance because with both having given 2 walkovers, I assume that they're going to be automatically relegated. But in this case, I'm look, slow boat to China, Jack. Long answer to your question. I'm going for Palace Green.
Yeah, it is a dead rubber, but I go Palace Green as well. Gerald Griffins can all but seal top spot against Trump Broadford with a win, but Broadford beat Munger St. Paul's in the last day. That game is on Friday in Newcastle at 6:30. Can you see an upset here?
I can't see. Yeah, well, no. You know, this is going to be a tight game and possibly a game that could go anywhere. I didn't fancy Drum Broadford against Munger St. Paul's, and they proved me wrong. And we have known over the years, Jack, that predicting against Drum Broadford is one of the most hazardous occupations that you can have. You know, but I'm going to risk it again at this time and say that Gerald Griffins will win it.
Yeah, I'd be siding with Gerald Griffins as well. And then obviously you have the meeting of Munger St. Paul's and Rathkeale. As you said, they're both on 4 points alongside Drumcolour Broadford. Like, I mean, it's fitting 4 into 3 positions. Sir Griffins look to have one of those places, but it's really intriguing, and it could come down to this weekend's game between Munger St. Paul's and Rathkeale. Which way do you see it going?
I see it going to Rathkeale. I think Rathkeale were stung by the defeat by Gerald Griffins in the first round. You must remember that they were runners-up last year and have basically essentially the same squad, where I suppose a bit unlucky to lose Kildare with Pallaskenry in the final last year. And yeah, I'm going for Rathkeale in this one.
I'm going to go Munger St. Paul's in that one. I just don't think Rathkeale are as strong as they were last year, and Munger will have Gerald Griffins in the last game, the hardest game in the group. So I'd imagine they'd want to try and get the job done as quick as possible. But yeah, those are our predictions for the weekend. There's obviously a full set of Premier Junior games and Junior A games. If we can't get into all those games,